So we are at the Galveston Yacht Basin and Marina. We got in late last night. Here she is. She is so dirty. We just unpacked our bikes and we are going to go explore Galveston and have a fantastic day here and go head back up to Kemah tomorrow. So we're in Galveston, Texas today. We're at the Galveston Yacht Basin. We stayed here plenty of times before. It's all covered, as you can see, and they do not have floating piers, so that's the only downfall. So it's a little bit complicated to kind of get things tied up because the tide does change here. Like last night, our boat was way higher than it is right now. So, but anyway, keep you posted on how our day goes. All right, so we literally just rode our bike straight down the street and we came to the beach. So this is the Gulf of Mexico. This is Stewart's Beach, which is a public beach. They've got bathrooms, they've got some canopies. I think that you can rent like lounge chairs with umbrellas. I've not been there before. Usually when we come down to Galveston, we're more of kind of riding bikes, checking out museums and kind of doing that kind of stuff. But as you can see on the other side of the street, that's where you're gonna see the hotels. There's not any houses that I've seen in Galveston right on the water in this area. Once you get down further to Jamaica Beach, which we're not going to go that far down, there are houses on the water. And then if you keep going that way, it dead ends into the ferry, and the ferry will take you across to Crystal Beach. So we're on Galveston Island today. Okay guys, so we are riding our bikes down the Seawall. This is called the Seawall. And they built this wall back in the early 1900s to protect the city of Galveston from hurricanes because there was a huge hurricane that just about wiped out the whole town way back in, I think it was 1901. It was a long time ago. But as you can see, everything's across the street and the beach is over here by the seawall. There's one restaurant right there. Every time I've come, it's never been opened, so we're gonna see if it's gonna be open later. It's called Flip Flops. It's a bar and grill on the water. We're gonna go down here to Longboards. We always come to Longboards and have a mojito. And Sean has a Long Island iced tea, which for someone who doesn't drink, cracks me up that he drinks that. But anyway, we're gonna check that place out later and see if they're gonna be open. If so, that's where I think I wanna eat dinner at tonight. Okay, as you can see, the water is very close over on this side. We've just been going, I guess we're going west. And if you see off in the distance, that's Pleasure Pier. When we left a couple weeks ago heading out of the Galveston, we were way out there in our boat. And I showed you guys, I said, way over there is Pleasure Pier on Galveston Island. That's where it is. It's actually a boardwalk that goes out over the water and it has roller coasters and things like that. So a little bit like Kemah. Remember I showed you Kemah Boardwalk in that first video? This is a little bit like it. They do charge quite a bit to even go out on the boardwalk, and then you have to pay extra to ride the rides. I've only been there once. I'm not a ride kind of person, but it's really a cool setup and it's beautiful at night. So, and you can see we've got all the restaurants and the hotels and things like that over here. And then the jetties, there's the jetty out there. Lots of jetties people fish off of. Okay, so there's our longboard bar that we go to, and it's right here on the water. That's why we love it. And they have rentals. I've never seen umbrellas and chairs for rent. But here's the beach. So here's how you get down there. Don't fall. This is the steepest set of stairs I've ever seen. This is the wall. This is the hurricane wall that they built. Sean, did they build that back in the 1900s?
Yeah, around after the it was the hurricane of 1900.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them earlier.
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember. Ow.
Right after that they did that.
Okay, so we got a little trail through all the pretty little bushes right out to the water. This sand is it's softer than the sand that we had in, you know, Rockport, all those areas. It is softer, but it's going to be packed down harder as we get down to the water. It's not real pretty white sand like we get on the Emerald Coast, but it is nice. And I apologize, it's super windy today. But there's that Pleasure Pier I was telling you about. And once I get out into the water, I'll send you guys we'll do some videos of the water so you can see the difference in this water going all the way down the coast. There are tons of beautiful seashells. Look at that. not rocks, but actually seashells. A lot of times you just see rocks, but look at all those seashells. They're everywhere. They're absolutely beautiful. I need to get a container. That's what I want for my birthday, Sean. A container to put seashells in from every single place we visit. So as you can see, the water is clear right here, and it's not that cold. It's October the 14th. But absolutely different than some of the other areas that we've been to. So you can see the water is much more dingier, dirtier looking, and it's because we've got that beautiful Port of Galveston ship channel right down the way here. So you can see the total difference of the beach here and all the other beaches that we've been to. So we rode our bikes about 20 minutes down to the east end of the beach, or excuse me, Galveston Island, where it comes all the way down to an end. And there's places to park out here, and you can see the ships coming through. We're gonna walk over here. We've never been here before, so this is something new for us. It's a pretty long little ride down here, but it was worth it. Let's see what's up here. That's pretty. This is really pretty. See the ships coming up through the ship channel, places to stand, all kinds of cute stuff up here. Usually our boat is going by out there, so we've never been up here on land. We've always just been on water. Oh, Sean sees something. We have a historical marker. Fort San Jacinto. Ah. Let me read it and then I'll come back to you and explain it. So apparently this end of the island was a fort way back when, and this concrete base that you see here was a base where they had guns. And then apparently in the 1900 hurricane, it wiped out the fort, and that's when they started building the seawall all the way down. So I know it's really windy, so I apologize. Okay guys, so we are headed to the East End Lagoon Nature Preserve. All right, we're going down this path. Let's go see what we can find. All right, so we are in the nature preserve. It's beautiful. It's got a nice little walking trail you can see. Got a bench over there. They've got signs, you know, talking about the birds and what kind of birds you're gonna see and their names and all that kind of good stuff. So I found a Sean out here. He's wandering around aimlessly. Look at all the beautiful flowers. It's really pretty out here. Palm trees. It's really pretty. Okay, so we are at the Strand. The Strand runs maybe 7 blocks down. And like I said, I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the buildings. They kind of remind you of like the French Quarter in New Orleans. At least it does me. And I did look it up, and it said that, I believe it was in 1881, a pirate settled Galveston Island and became pretty popular and got like 1,000 residents, and then within a year it hit its prosperity, and then it was abandoned. And I was like, wow. But then the French did settle here. It was named by the French. So pretty cool little history lesson. Galveston is very haunted, very haunted. So there's lots of haunted tours and cemetery tours. We are not going to do one because this little scaredy cat right here couldn't handle it. But yeah, lots of cool stuff. We'll go down to the wharf here in a little bit, and we'll show you that as well. Okay, so we walked across to the water side. We've got the Galveston Historical Seaport, which is I don't know, I'll walk around this way so you can see it, but it's the largest, oldest still sailing sailboat. It's still functional. I don't know if you can see it over that fence, but that's it. And then there's Fisherman's Wharf. We've got Willie G's restaurant down here, and we're actually walking down to go to Katie's Seafood House, which is amazing. And so there's all kinds of really cool stuff over here. We'll walk over there to the water side and show you some better pictures here in a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you right here, that is an oil drilling museum, and we've been in there before. It's pretty cool. You get to go all through it, and it tells you all the history and everything about, it's called Ocean Star Museum, and it's all about oil rigs. And in a little bit over there, we're going to walk along after we eat and show you the battleship. They moved the battleship of Texas down from the San Jacinto monument down here to restore it. So I'll show you that, and then I'll also show you the Alyssa sailboat. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. Okay, so there's Willie G's restaurant, and this is the Harbor House Marina. We have stayed here 2 times, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's a great price. It's not that expensive, but it's a little hard to get into here because when you come off of the ICW right here, the opening is not that big, but there's like a big time current coming through. And you see that big old beautiful concrete wall right there in front of me? Yeah, we've hit it a couple times. We feared for our life. So, and there's the battleship, as you guys can see over there. It's in the shipyard, they're working on it. And there is the mast from the sailboat, the Alyssa. So that's it. Harbor House, the Alyssa, Willie G's restaurant, all right here at the wharf down here in Galveston. All right, well, we have had a fantastic time in Galveston. We are leaving, as you can see. I'm going to walk up front. Cruise ships came in last night. Sean actually it was early this morning. Sean got up and saw the lights and actually got a picture of them coming in from the front of our boat, or from the inside of our boat, excuse me. And I know it's windy. I'm sorry, guys. Let me sit down if that makes it any better. But you can see, looks like we got 2 big old huge cruise ships at port. That's what I was telling you the other day when we drove past there, that unfortunately they weren't there for me to get a really good up close and personal picture of it. But that's where we came from when we came into Galveston a couple days ago. And we've had a fantastic time. And we are going to actually go this way and keep going on the ICW just a little bit further and jump in the ship channel, which is just around Seawall Park, which, if you can see straight in front of me, there's a battleship and a submarine. That is Seawall Park, and they have a lot of naval museum kind of stuff over there. We've been there before. It was very, very nice. So this is the marina that we stayed in, the Galveston Yacht Basin. They're building some big old condominiums right behind it. And yeah, that's all she wrote, guys. I'm glad y'all enjoyed our Galveston trip. And we'll do a video recapping our trip here soon and telling you what was our favorite and what we experienced and how much money this cost us, right? How much money did we spend in fuel and in marina slips and other things like that. So that will be on our next video. So for now, goodbye and thank you, and look forward to seeing you on the next one.